Welcome to the MIT 2020 Active Shooter Full-Scale Exercise. A full-scale exercise is the most complicated exercise we can do, and it allows us to throw all of our resources in real time at a situation and respond to it.
I need your jackets off, please, if you have a jacket.
We're going to treat it like it's an actual event and go through the process of what we would try to do in the event that something like this were to, God forbid, ever happen.
This is your camera? We've been doing an awful lot of training, a lot of planning for a long time, but you never know how it's going to work until you can simulate a situation and put everything into action.
We are using simulated weapons, including a weapon that is going to shoot blanks, so it will sound like real gunshots. If you see something that is an emergency in real life, all you have to say is real world emergency, and notify someone with a black or a white vest, and we will stop exercise play. We also have simulated victims. The people are real, their injuries are simulated.
Kill it out there.
They will look like they have gunshot wounds, they will look like they have injuries. Just know that this is all makeup. Our wonderful friends at Pro Ambulance are making up people as we speak downstairs.
And then we're gonna have you strap one of these leg balloons on.
When we teach you about active shooters, we tell you to run, hide, fight. But you're gonna leave out the fight part of that. Our shooter is a Cambridge police officer, and he is a very, very good actor, but he does not want to be fought.
For us to stick our heads in the sand and pretend that it couldn't happen here, it's unconscionable. You can't do that. You have to prepare, you have to be ready.
911!
I called 911.
He's shot in the face!
This one too. Are you sure it's gonna be okay? Help is coming. Someone call 911. Help is coming. Hello? Somebody, help!
It felt like a long time while we were on the ground just waiting for people to come.
How long did 911 say that they were going to take to get here?
They didn't say anything. Keep pressure on her wound. They're coming.
They're not coming fast enough. Call them again.
Just having a friend who puts pressure on that wound to slow the bleeding as much as possible will sometimes save lives.
Why is no one here yet?
All right, hold on. It's going to be okay. I'm going to pretend to put a tourniquet on you.
The Cambridge police would receive a call from MIT that they have an active shooter on campus, and they would give us the location as Kresge Auditorium.
Frank.
Our officers are trained to respond to incidents like an active shooter.
Where's the shooter?
Where's the shooter at?
Where's the ambulance? There was a first set of police that came through to make sure the shooter was gone, and everyone was kind of like, why aren't you helping us? Where is it? And it was just very loud and chaotic.
Two in that door and two in the side door on the right.
These people have been shot.
We're gonna grab medics. We'll be back. You got this? All right?
Ready? Follow him.
We have a thing called Rescue Task Force where police and fire combine to make a team up, where they go into a warm zone, treat and extricate patients with police protection before it's completely rendered safe. It's relatively safe, but not completely yet.
What's your name, buddy?
Peter.
Okay, Peter, how old are you?
42.
Okay, listen up. This is going to be very tight.
Okay.
But this is going to save your life.
All right.
Active shooter is relatively new. Agencies across the country and really across the world have been preparing for this kind of thing for the last few years. If we had an actual event of this size, we couldn't handle it ourselves. We'd have to have our neighbors from Somerville and Boston come over and help. So if we're all on the same page, we have the same similar policies, and we end up use the same terminology and have the same equipment, we can work with each other.
What ambulance we got open?
Down there. Listen.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
I think the experience of actually gearing up, having realistic gunfire, realistic injuries is invaluable. They're putting a lot into it here at MIT, and we're grateful for it.
Yeah, I'll stand by with her, but somebody else needs to go. I'm sitting here.
Okay, all right.
It's a really good practice for our crews and EMTs to kind of learn how to interact with other agencies, to learn how to treat very acute patients, and to kind of work under a very high stress environment.
Are you good to go, Susie?
They're doing the building search right now, so we're getting close to the end.
Folks, hold that hall, okay?
Gotcha.
We did also have a media briefing over here in the corner.
Were there any potential threats to MIT in the recent days? Any phone calls, any notes, any reason to suspect something was coming?
This is all part of the investigation, and I don't want to speculate.
What about the security in the building itself? Do you have any security? How could somebody walk in with a gun and do what he allegedly did?
The Institute is open to the public. People can enter most of the spaces here freely. That's encouraged by the culture that we have at MIT.
How does MIT prepare for things like this?
We happen to be in a city with one of the best police departments in the country. We work with them extremely closely. The response was both MIT police as well as the Cambridge police. They arrived almost simultaneously. They broke off. They worked together as a team. I think if that wasn't in effect, this might have been a lot worse.
Any thoughts on watching that whole thing go down? A little traumatic? They actually got in there really fast. It seems like a long wait when you're hearing people and seeing people in pain like that, but they actually got in very, very quickly.
A lot of times in these types of exercises, you'll see a lot of kind of what we call turf war issues bubble up to the surface. I really honestly didn't see any of that in this exercise. It's clear that you have a great working relationship with all the partners in the city of Cambridge, on campus, Pro EMS, all the partners that were here. Everything was collaborative. Every conversation, every decision that was made was, what does everybody think? What do we need to focus on?
When police were asked to protect firefighters 2.5 years ago, their instinct is to run in and find the bad guy, not necessarily stand back and protect us. So I think that training came through today, and you could see it. I saw good teamwork, communications.
As we were waiting for EMS to get to us, the police officer who got there right away and applied pressure to my injury and talked to me, it really struck me how well he was able to keep me calm, and he was very empathetic.
Thank you so much. This was really fun for us to do in emergency management. I'd like to thank my staff for helping so much. MIT Police, you guys are awesome. All of Cambridge and Pro, you are amazing. MIT EMS, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was a great effort. Thank you very much.